Hey fans, and from center ice once again at the Mystique Community Ice Center, it's Fighting Saints Weekly time, and what a time of the year it is. This series is tied with the Chicago Steel, headed back home right here for games 3 and 4, both Friday and Saturday. Jordan Kuntz with you. Thanks for tuning in. A lot happened this past weekend. There's no doubt about that. The loss on Friday, you think the coulda, woulda, shouldas of the world. You think maybe you end up with that one, but not to be. Then, of course, the Saints rally back in Game 2, and in a very similar position that they were in Game 1, were able to lock it down and play a full 60 minutes. That was something that this staff definitely wanted to impress on this team, to learn that lesson and to know that no game is seemingly ever over when you want it to be. You could be up 3-0 halfway through a game and it would mean nothing. So it only took Chicago a few minutes to come back in Game 1. They did not want that to happen in Game 2. That's exactly what happened. The Saints were able to hold on for the 3-1 win. Catch the highlights right here and to see exactly what happened. There's exciting 2 games, the Eastern Conference Final, and hear from some of the guys that made it possible heading back home for games 3 and 4. So home ice, it has been established here in this series by the Fighting Saints. Now what that means is that the impetus is on this team now to win both of these games and send Chicago home for the summer and make it back to the Clark Cup final for the 2nd consecutive season and for the 4th time in 7 years. That is a ludicrous achievement by one junior hockey franchise. Should they be able to do that, they would face off against either the Sioux City Musketeers or the Waterloo Blackhawks. That series is tied at 1 apiece after Waterloo won in overtime on Sunday afternoon. That's something that's out of the Saints' control. Who they face, if they were to face them and get through this series, really isn't much of a concern right now. The concern is taking care of the Steel, which the Saints have proven that they can score against them. They were a really good defensive team throughout the entire year. They broke what was a perfect penalty kill throughout this entire playoff series with, of course, the 5-on-3 power play goal by Pat Kudla. And of course, not to mention, they've proven that they can beat the #1 team in the Eastern Conference because only 2 points separated them during the regular season. And of course, you know, it's 1-1 heading home. Much like it was last year against Green Bay, tied at 1 heading home, you just got to take care of business. And that's all it comes down to, starting Friday at 7:35, Saturday at 7:05. And now the rundown of what's going on, and there's plenty, so strap in. The first 1,500 fans will receive a foam goalie glove giveaway thanks to our friends at Dubuque Fire Equipment. Not to mention, if you're bringing friends, it's going to be a great day to do it. The 4-pack and a pizza deal is go. 4 tickets and a Papa John's pizza, either cheese, pepperoni, or sausage, starting at just $48 in the attack zone, or excuse me, the icebox section. Not to mention the college night, which if you need a break from studying for finals, I can't think of a better way to do that than to procrastinate a little bit and come on out here. Get an attack zone ticket plus $5 in Saints bucks for just $10 with a valid college ID. Of course, you can get all that at DubuqueFightingSaints.com or to call the box office at 563-583-6880. We want you here because you hear that this crowd certainly does plenty, whether it's here or on the road, for this Dubuque Fighting Saints team. So we need you here, right here, starting Friday. Jordan Kuntz signing off. If you can't make it here, we'll have all the action for you on Super Hits 106. Not to mention, of course, we'll have all the details on the USHL draft. Phase 1 is today, it being Monday, and Phase 2 is on Tuesday, starting in the morning, and we'll head throughout the day. So the future of the Fighting Saints is also being selected here this week. See you, everyone. We'll talk to you right here this weekend.